it's Junkman from VintageRock.com. Yes, we are at NAMM 2019, and yes, we are at Yamaha. Now we've graduated over to the synthesizer division, and we got Blake from Yamaha is going to show us some very exciting new products.
How you doing? So this is the new CP88. We have a CP73 as well. They're identical internally, identical ins and outs and everything. The difference between the two is that's a 73 note E to E action. So it is what we call balanced hammer action. It's the same kind of action that we have on like our Montage music synthesizer. It weighs 28 pounds, and the idea behind that keyboard is we're thinking gigging musicians that want a stage piano but want it lightweight and a smaller footprint. This is the CP88. This is 88 note graded hammer action with synthetic ebony and ivory. It's wood, and it has a thing called GH3, which is a triple sensor that allows me to restrike the note before it comes off of the key bed. So it's very fast action. We think of this product at 41 pounds being something for maybe more of a discerning pianist. So CP88, CP73. So the thing that's cool about this is that it's a one-to-one interface. It has a very timeless kind of setup in here. Each of these knobs from here over only does one thing. You turn on a section with these switches here. So piano, electric piano, and subcategory. We have a master effects section right over here. So if I turn on the piano category, this is one of the pianos in here. It's a CFX 9-foot concert grand. It's our premium concert grand. And the thing that's cool about this is I'm going to switch to the Bosendorfer Imperial 290, which is a very different piano, a little bit more resonance in that piano. But as I hit this piano and I change the next one, you notice it's still ringing, and that's the Bosendorfer. So seamless sound switching. I can move from one sound to the other without cutting off the previous sound. So the last piano I'll show in here are actually two more. One of them is a C7. The C7 comes with what we call CPOS version 1.1. So with this product, about every 6 months we will release new OS updates that will add additional sounds. So one of the sounds that's added is a C7 7'6" Yamaha piano, probably the most recorded piano in history. We also have a couple of electronic pianos, an RD, what we call is a time piano, a 67 RD, a silver top, and then WR, which is a wide kind of reed piano. Anyway, so here's the C7. This one's great because it's got a big bite on it. You know, it's very expressive, but it kind of cuts right through.
Right, a lot of action on it, man.
So as I turn off this section, I can also recall things over here as well. Actually, the last one I want to play you is, and I just recalled this U1. There's also a really great upright, a very character upright, I guess you could say. So it sounds like it's been played in a little bit. For an upright piano for that sound as well. So I can now recall any of these sounds over here. So I'll play some of the Rhodes sounds that are in here. This one's called 73 R, or 70, sorry, I want 73 here to start with. Cool. So 73 RD is more like a felt hammered reed or a time piano. Now if I touch this, it turns on the preamp drive, and you can really hear the difference. I'll play it without first. Okay, here's with the drive on. Then I can increase drive if I want to. So you have a really nice, warm, fat drive sound in here.
Right.
I can bring this down. Now I have touch, like stomp box style effects right here. It's like a phaser. Or wah, tremolo, ring modulation effects, and so on. There's also a subcategory section that I can do things like layers on here as well. So if I turn this off and I hit this, I now have layered that 73 RD with a pad sound. Like it turned up here. But you notice that the interface is very, very fast. So if I need to change things, I just turn it down here. If I want to add like a cool chorus effect, I can turn it on.
It's very sensitive, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then the last thing that I want to show you here that's pretty cool is really found in this master effect area. So I'm going to call up another live set here that I call CFX loop layer. And what this does is I can create kind of a loop line in here, or we're using the delay. Turn that on, that's the delay. And then you have these, this button here that toggles through each of the parts. Notice that the depth here is 0, the electric piano is turned all the way up, and all of this is turned all the way up for these two parts. So I'm looping these, and then I can play over the top using that looper. So check this out, this is pretty fun. Change sounds like this. That's a cool one. Turn this section here.
Like having an extra set of hands.
Yeah. So once I have that on here, I can play on. If I want to add that to it, some kind of cool glitchy stuff like that.
Blending a lot of styles right there, man.
Yeah, it's really a cool part of this instrument. That's all due to that one-to-one interface.
Yeah.
Very fast, instant recall over here. So that's pretty much the front panel. The last thing I'll talk about is just what happens for connectivity. In the back you have XLR balanced output, so it goes right to the mixer without a direct box. There's also quarter-inch outs in the back here. That can send to your own personal. They're active at the same time, so you can have your monitor set going to that one. You have 2 foot controller, 2 foot pedal inputs, and then this USB 2 host port in here is a USB audio and MIDI interface. You can connect to a computer without needing a external audio interface and play things like virtual instruments. If you use something like MainStage and you want to use that, you can connect directly to it with that interface. And the last thing is Soundmondo. We have a website called Soundmondo, soundmondo.com. That's a social sound sharing site. So we started with the Refakes products. It also supports ModiX and Montage, our 2 synthesizers. Well, CP will be part of that as well. So people will be able to upload their sounds, download sounds from other users or artists that we put up there. So it's a kind of a cool way to get new sounds and new fresh content for their CP series.
It's almost like, it's almost like people having their own, the users having their own blog and be able to say what it can do. And
for synth sounds. Yeah, exactly. Perfectly, yeah.
It's terrific. Well, I appreciate you showing us everything about this thing.
Not at all.
It's a CP88, and it's Yamaha, brand new for NAMM 2019 at Yamaha. So it's Junkman from VintageRock.com, and there you go. Thanks again.
Yeah.